Okay, in this video, what we're going to do is just kind of work through the problems on your review for your test on Friday. So let's take a look at these first four problems. These are going to be the first types of problems that are on your test. So let's take a look first at number 1. We want to find the value of x. So what we have to do in a problem like this is we have to recognize that the vertex of the circle, or of the two lines crossing, is right here inside the circle. And what that tells me is I'm going to use a specific equation that we call it part times part is equal to part times part. And really all that means is we're going to take part of this one line and multiply it by the other part of the same line. And then we're going to take the part of this line and multiply it by the other part of that same line. So what we do is we get this equation. We get 3 times 4, and we're going to set that equal to 6 times x. And then you just solve the equation from there, distribute or multiply the 3 and the 4, and you get 12, and you set that equal to 6x, and then you divide both sides by 6, and you get x is equal to 2 as your final answer. Okay, so the key thing is knowing how to get that set up. It's just one part of the line times the other part of the line is equal to the same setup for the other line. Okay, so let's try one more, just take a look at it. Number 2, find the value of x. So again, we notice the vertex is in the center of the circle, so we have that part times part equation. So we look and we say, okay, well, here are the two parts of this line. I'm going to multiply those, 12 times x. And then looking at the other line, 6 is one part, x plus 4 is the other part. Now, a common mistake here is that we forget to multiply 6 by the whole x plus 4. So when I do this, I like to put that x plus 4 in those parentheses so that I remember to distribute that 6. So what we get here is we get 12 times x is equal to, distributing that 6, we get 6x plus 24. And then solving from there, we get rid of those parentheses first. So from there, we're going to subtract the 6x from both sides. Get 6x is equal to 24. And then from there, we're going to divide by x and get x is equal to 4. Sorry, I think I said divide by x, I meant divide by 6. But there's our answer there. X is equal to 4. Okay, so let's scroll down to number 3. Take a look at this one. So number 3 is a little different than 1 and 2. The vertex now is outside of the circle. So what we actually get is a different equation because it's a different situation. So that equation is the outside times the whole line is equal to the outside of the other line times the whole of the other line. So let's look at what that really means in terms of this problem. So if we look at this top line, 6 is the outside piece of the circle. That's our outside. But then to get the whole line, what that means is we got to look at from one point to the other point of that line. So that whole line is going to be 6 plus 4, or 10, because we have to add those two parts of the line. Okay, so we get, for the first part of our equation, outside 6 times the whole, which is 6 plus 4, or 10. Then if we look at the other line segment, it's our secant line there, the outside piece is 5, that's our outside, and then the whole line is going to be from there to there. And this one is going to be x, the inside piece, plus 5, the outside piece. See, a lot of mistakes where people want to take that and multiply and get 5x instead of x plus 5. So just keep that in mind. We want to make sure that we are adding those values. So then we just need to set our 6 times 10 equal to the outside of the bottom line 5 times that whole line x plus 5. And again, make sure you're putting that x plus 5 in those parentheses so you remember to distribute the 5. So we saw from here, that really quickly, Again, answer of x is equal to 7. All right, so one more problem to take a quick look at. Same type of problem, but it's a little different in terms of the algebra that we're going to have to do. So again, the vertex is outside, so we have to do that equation outside times the whole. In this case, the whole is going to be adding 2x and 4, so 2x plus 4 is equal to the outside again, 3, times the whole line, which is going to be 3x plus 1, and don't forget we have to add the outside to it, so plus 3. So let's go ahead and write our equation. We get 4 times the whole line, 2x plus 4, is equal to the outside of our bottom line, 3 times the whole line. I'm going to simplify this here to be 3x plus 4. Now from here we just need to solve this, so we're going to go ahead and do that really quickly. And you should get x is equal to 4. So that's a nice review of the types of problems that will be on your test. There are more problem types that will be on there, so continue watching the videos if you want to check out the rest of the types of problems that will be on your test.